Ladies and gentlemen, you have now entered the precipice of greatness. Welcome to Live from the Bench with JQ.
You sure look like a master to me.
And Boulevard.
I want to hear about this, homie.
So forget about it, cuz.
Round 1, fight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Live from the Bench with GQ and Boulevard. I don't know what's going on there. But this episode is going to be an Eagles episode.
Oh, that was my evil laugh.
That was his Eagle laugh.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, cuz.
Don't even worry about cuz. All right.
Yeah, so today's going to be a pure Eagles episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm back in the Eagles zone. I'm back in the Eagles nest. My wife calls it the dungeon, but I'm here. I'm back in our area. So the focus is on you. We're gonna kick it off because the only thing that's actually been announced is the Jordan Davis extension for the Eagles. Mm-hmm. So today is just like we're gonna give you guys some updates or our opinions, our thoughts on what's going on with the free agency. I believe that's coming up in like 3 days. 3 days? 2 days?
Yeah, March 11th. That's it.
So Jordan Davis, the contract extension. What do you have so far on that, Mark?
Is it 3 years, $78 million? I forget what the guaranteed is, but yes, no, 3 years, $68 million. I'm sorry, and a 3 years, $68 million extension. It's like, yeah, I can see why he locked him down. Obviously, he's one of the best interior D linemen in the league, maybe the best, probably. Let's say top 3. Okay. Top 4, because, there's one thing that he doesn't do well, and that's pass rush.
Yeah.
And you look at the contract, average per, and it's like, that's a little high for somebody who doesn't pass rush. Don't get me wrong, he's solid against the run. But it's just that they take him out on pass plays.
Yeah.
That makes him a liability on passing downs. So that in itself feels like at this moment it could be an overpay in the long run. Like this could be a negative signing when you look at production versus return on investment, or return on investment. What I'm trying to say, you may not get your money's worth off of this one because what's that? 22, down there, 23 mil a season. That's like top of the market almost interior lineman. You're looking at the second tier is probably in the high 20s, 24 to 28, right? 24, 27, 20 to 27. Okay, so that puts him up there with the pass rushers and players of that sort. And he's not that. So to me, I feel like in a long run, we could look back and say that probably was a bad deal. That's what I'm looking at now. I'm not saying that he can't. I'm not saying that he can't, because he can't improve, can't pick those skills up, can't even get better at what he does best. Because he's shown the work ethic. He's shown that he's willing to put the work in. He's put the work in getting himself in better shape, eating better, and he's taking on this contract puts him kind of higher up on a ladder as far as the locker room's concerned. So, it's a lot of pressure for him, but I think he can handle it. What do you say?
So I'm one of those people I can understand exactly where you're coming from. Not having that pass rush, him not being that pass rush threat that we would like him to be. I understand that. But where I say that I feel like I'm for this is because when you got a guy who's 6'6", 340, and can move the way he moves at his size, I would rather him be on my side than playing against me. I wouldn't, and
Hmm.
potentially he could be down the road a potential. I feel like he could be a part of a trade package down the road. So that could also be one of the reasons why they re-signed him. And then, in part of that could have been like part of a contract thing, probably to free up some money. Maybe I don't know how that works.
Hmm.
That was part of that to free up some money. Um, but I feel like, yeah, I don't want to have him going against me. So locking him down is probably significant. I would probably say the same thing about the other guy. We'll jump right in with him, Jalen Carter.
There's a similar. There's like his current contract's kind of close to Milton Williams' current contract. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not.
Could
Like I'm
be.
sitting here staring at Spot Track, and like his market value, according to them, whatever their opinion is worth, is $6 million less than what he actually signed for.
Hmm, interesting. So do you think that if Jordan Davis hit the market on the 11th, if he was available on the 11th, do you think he's pulling in Milton Williams numbers in free agency? You feel
Hmm.
like somebody's going to over? Yeah,
Absolutely. I think this is definitely a contract he would have gotten in free agency.
yeah.
I don't
And you
think he
know
would.
another thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, cut you off.
No, go ahead. Speak your shit.
I,
Speak your shit.
I feel like somebody like the Cowboys would have just tried to get him out of spite, or somebody like the Packers, because you know they lost. Um, Jeez, I'm sorry. Kenny Clark from the Packers. They when they acquired Michael Parsons, they lost Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark was their inside guy, and they run that 3-4.
Hmm.
They would love to get a guy like Jordan Davis to fill that gap at the 3-4. So I feel like he is somebody. Jordan Davis is somebody that would be a need elsewhere,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't want, especially in the NFC, which if you're thinking strategically, I don't want him anywhere in the NFC. I
I
don't
don't
want to
want him
let
to deal with
anybody.
Philly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to leave Philly either. I
Yeah.
don't want any of my players currently right now, even the guys that are expected to leave. I wouldn't want any of them to go and play somewhere else. Certain, but if they had to go anywhere. They had to go to NFC. I mean, they would have to go to the AFC. For example, Milton Williams went to the Patriots.
Mm.
Best place for him. Shouldn't have went anywhere else. Like when the 49ers got Javon Hargrave after that 70 sack season that we had, and they let Hargrave go to 49ers. Remember, Hargrave is the one that injured Purdy, and then he went and signed with the 49ers
Hmm.
the year after. Mind you, he's not been that guy since. He has not been that guy since leaving Philadelphia. I think he's on his second team since he got left there, possibly third.
Mm.
But it's just like you don't want the guy that's doing something on your team to come back and do the same thing somewhere else. So that's my
That
thoughts.
would be a big loss. I'm not even mad if it turns out to be an overpay. It's like I get it. If you know what you can
Yeah,
do, then I know his value goes beyond it. His value goes into the locker room as well, and I ain't mad at it.
yeah.
As long as he
Everybody
doesn't
loves Jordan Davis.
crash and burn, I'm fine with this. If it turns out to be an overpay, oh well, he's worth the overpay. I'm not usually in favor of paying for potential, but yeah, there's definitely a potential bonus in this deal. Like if he turns out to actually be closer to an average to good pass rusher, can't be mad at that. If he can get you 8 sacks a season, can't be mad at that. That's a bonus at this rate.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't want anybody else. I don't want and trying to replace him with somebody else in the middle of that defense because I'm glad we locked him down.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
with that,
yeah.
what would you say about his counterpart, Jalen Carter?
I say we can't lose him either. Like I
I
truly
would
say we
agree with you.
like I mean, I know everybody likes a Jomo. I'm not convinced on a Jomo like everyone else is. If he's just a rotational guy and that's all he's shown himself to be, and that's okay. But let's not act like he's shown to be anything more than that yet. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, we're still looking for another pass rusher. If we weren't, if we were convincing on Jomo, it wouldn't be so much of a priority.
Correct.
And the fact that our best pass rusher, or at least, yeah, I'm just going to say Jalen Carter because I'll get into my opinion on Phillips later, but
Yeah.
it's Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's our pass. That's what he's there for. He's there to stop. Well, he's there. He's there to. He's a lineman. That's what he's there to do. He's there to stop the run, but he's
Yeah.
there because he's good at getting to the quarterback too. And we need those two because what's behind him isn't very good. And the fact that they're,
So
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I know we tend to not we tried our best to try not to agree on the show or not seem like we try to have but when it comes to Jalen Carter, I don't think anyone would disagree about his about who he is on the Eagles. Jalen Carter is the deep like he is a game changer. Like he is what a good quarterback is on a team on winning football team because you have quarterbacks that can completely like you'll lose a game if you don't have this person on your team, and that's what Jalen Carter is. Like we almost lost, like we could have lost games without Jalen Carter,
Rams game.
and yeah, so not having Jalen
Rams
Carter
game.
really matters. Um, he is a he is a force to be reckoned with, and there's no way, like you mentioned, Moro Jomo. Moro Jomo is good coming in when he's needed, but I'm not convinced that Moro Jomo is anything other than that rotational guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking anything away from him, he's intelligent. He is a he is a film. He's a big film guy. He loves sitting there listening to. He watches his film. He likes to. He can call out a play. He can call out offensive plays. Like he's very smart, but he's not Jalen Carter, and that's where I get with him. And the same thing goes with Milton Williams. There's a reason that they didn't sign Milton. They didn't bring back Milton Williams because they felt like Moro Ajomo took a leap too. That's fine to have that mentality, but you don't do the same thing with guys like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter because Milton Williams and Moro Jomo was like taking a C plus to a C minus that could become a C plus. Because
Mm-hmm.
Moro Jomo, I think he did make a jump to C plus. He did. He made a jump to C plus maybe, but Moro Jomo is not taking that leap from C plus because you look at Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. These are A plus. These are uh, A graded guys. So you're not letting those guys go for somebody who's a C plus. This is not happening because Moro Jomo is not taking that jump. That's he's at his ceiling. He's not taking that jump. This is Moro Jomo's ceiling, and I need everybody who's watching to understand that this is where Moro Jomo caps out. Like he's not any better than this. Like this is who
Carter
Moro
and
Jomo
Davis are
is.
irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. He is the same reason why, I'm gonna say this. This is the same reason we brought Brandon Graham back. You can't replace what he offered, and there's a reason why Fletcher Cox held his role for so long, even when was a decline in his play
Mm-hmm.
because he was getting up there in age. Because you can't replace certain things. So when you have those players in your locker room, they mean so much on the field because Jordan Davis, he may not be a phenomenal pass rusher, but you have to call your defense differently when he's on the field. I mean, you got to call your offense differently when he's on the field. Same with Jalen Carter. Same when you had Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham showed us something that we didn't know he can do. At 265, he was playing inside when Jalen Carter was going. He was playing Jalen Carter's role while Jalen Carter was gone. That's a big that's a big weight difference. That's about 50 pounds that Brandon Graham at 37 years old showing that he can do. That's like so when you say certain players are irreplaceable, that's what you call it. Like Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, you have to secure them. And I think that's probably more important than a lot of other things.
Which brings us to our next one. It's like we got other things, so I wanted to jump into really just this one. We can come back to the other ones later. Like we got a lot of moves to make here in the future. Well, now
Yes.
Howie, Jeffrey, and all the gang. So I actually of all these players that we have to make moves on, or potentially could make moves on, which would you rather lose of these five? It's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Would you rather lose Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, or AJ Brown?
So all those are gonna hurt, but as much as I say that, like certain players that you can't really find success with, I feel like you could afford. And I hate this. I hate it because this hurts. It stings. But I could probably I would say AJ Brown because he's a wide receiver, and we have won games where AJ Brown's is not even targeted. So we didn't win them pretty. Kevin Patillo is evidence of that. But I would say AJ Brown. I don't want I'm not, and this is no statement to me saying that I want to get rid of AJ Brown. I feel like that is stupid talk to even consider trading him. I'm not trading him because you're not going to get what you want. Like me, if I'm Howie Roseman, I want exactly what the Ravens got from Max Crosby. Give me a first for your next. Give me your next two first. You're not going to give me that. So, but I feel like if you're going to do without anybody, it would have to be him because Q and Coop, well, just those other four guys, they are pivotal to the Eagles' defensive success. You lose any of those guys, you're losing football. You lose any of those guys, you're losing football. It's just not happening. So that's my answer. We're fucking screwed.
What a coincidence! Because AJ Brown may be available for the right offer, whatever that is. As rumor has it, the offer that the Eagles are waiting for is far too high for most teams. The Patriots made an offer; it wasn't good enough. I've heard it was their first round pick. What their first round pick is, it's not a real first round pick.
31.
Yeah, it's not a
Right.
real first round pick.
I heard that one too, yeah.
No, it's wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, I heard that the 31. They were offering 31
No,
too.
it's not a good. It's not worth. It's
No.
not for AJ. I
Yeah.
mean, but my thought was, does he want to be traded?
He doesn't want to be traded. He's been adamant about him not wanting to leave Philadelphia. And that's the sucky part is like but but he's been adamant that he doesn't want to leave Philly. He said that he doesn't want to leave there. He's never requested a trade. He never spoke to anybody about a trade. So this is like so if people are in sports, yes, everybody's always listening to offers, even if people say we're not listening. They're probably listening to fucking offers about Jalen Hurts. They're
Well, be
listening. They may not be.
irresponsible not to be listening.
Yeah, like they're listening. They may not be actively engaged in the conversation, but they're
Right.
listening. They got their ear open because that would be stupid. But it kind of sucks because AJ doesn't want to go. But this right here, this is where you say that this is AJ Brown's fault. This is his fault. He did this
Yes.
because when you cause a certain type of commotion, then people
Circuit.
start looking at you differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you created a stink. It was just being a goof or just doing stupid
Yeah,
child. You know,
being
it happens.
irresponsible on
People do
social
dumb shit all
media.
the time.
Being
To did it.
yeah,
Yeah,
chasing attention.
To fucking did it.
Mm.
Like To did it. Uh, a lot of guys did that shit. Antonio Brown was doing it. Like people do that shit,
That's a wide receiver
and
thing. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying is
So
that it's a form
I
of wide
feel as though
receiver
like
call
he
being
did it to
just like a
himself.
receiver. Uh,
Yeah, he was being a diva. That's the perfect word. He was being a diva,
mhm.
and yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna fuck him over. It looked bad on him, but he did it to himself. So we just gotta hope. Like, I mean, at this point, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if somebody's actually gonna be desperate enough and actually give us a phenomenal offer. Because if the offer does come, if I get you, somebody comes and say, "Listen, I'm gonna give you my next 3 years worth of firsts and my next 3 years worth of seconds," I'm gonna take that offer. Like, I would be if somebody came to me with that offer for a wide receiver. Would I be like, no? Would I say that? No, absolutely not. I
Like,
mean,
I mean, at least one of those picks is going to be Dookie. At least one of
yeah,
those first round picks is going to be Dookie. Because they done wrecked their damn immediate future by making that trade. Not too many would go for that. I mean,
you give me.
not too many teams would make such a desperate ass move for a wide receiver.
Listen, the reason why I bring that trade up is because I watch it every time I watch the movie Draft Day.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the trade they made. It was like for the first round pick, the first overall pick. It was like the three first rounds, 3 seconds. Like the next it was like for the next 3 years, it was the first, second, and the third for all three for the next 3 years. That's what they had for the first round overall. And like to this day, when I watch that on draft day, I always like that motherfucker would actually make a trade like that because he's fucking stupid.
Clear
Like they
ability.
picked the right, perfect person for him to play that role to look like an idiot in an
Mm.
NFL war room. I don't remember what the actor's name is. I can't. I drew a
Is it
blank on it.
Costner?
But yeah, Cosner, bro, he's the perfect person to look like a dumbass GM. Him, you couldn't pick
I ain't a
somebody
fan
else
of
to be a
dudes. Like,
dumber GM.
I ain't been a fan of dudes since Bodyguard.
Like he's
Like when we all went to go see Bodyguard and we're all sitting in a theater. And there's this scene where I don't know what the hell's going on, but some girl walks up to him like, "I've been watching you from across the room." He's like, "Oh, why don't you go back over there?" And just the way he says it, like, I'm never gonna watch a movie with this dude in it again. And I never did.
yeah.
I don't rock with
That
him.
was just like insane.
Yeah, I ain't wasting
Like
my
the
time.
whole story, that whole movie's story was just weird. Like, oh
Oh, that was a
yeah,
terrible
I
movie.
became the GM and fired my dad. What? Yeah, like in the movie, he became the GM of the team that his dad was the head coach for a long time. He became the GM and fired his dad. What? First off,
Okay.
I'm me as an owner. I'm not making that decision. I'm not hiring the guy whose dad is the current head coach. I'm not doing that. That's just welcoming disaster. But we're getting off track. So,
Are we though? We're still talking about football. It's
yeah,
still
we
football.
are still talking about football. But before we get into the next topic, I want to take a quick break so we can get our bearings back. And we'll get right back to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, I got to pack a bowl.
I'll be sorry. Don't go have a great day. Come back. Hey, we're back. Hey, listen, don't judge us if the timing was a little wrong on the comeback. I'm still working on it. It was dope though. It was cool.
I ain't see it. I ain't seen it wrong.
Um, thanks for sticking with us during the break. We're gonna hit you. We're gonna start. Damn, can I get the words out? We're gonna kick it right back off with some more would you rather's. I think we got a couple more. So, what you got for me, Boulevard?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's go with this. Since one guy, everybody thinks he's going to get big money this year, or so, at least some sort of big money. Malik Willis. Would you rather have Malik Willis or number one pick out of Indiana, Fernando Mendoza? Which one would you rather have?
Uh,
Which one would you rather? Week one, let's say you're was it Oakland number one.
it's the Raiders.
Yeah, let's say you're Oakland. Which would you rather have leading your locker room week one?
Listen, I'm gonna go with Malik Willis, and it's not to say that Malik Willis is gonna be better than Mendoza. Um, if you bring Mendoza in right off the bat, destroying his career, ruining his career right off the bat. You're setting him up for failure right off the bat. Malik Willis has got some time in, huh?
No, go ahead.
I mean, I just feel like Malik Willis has got some time in, and he at least got some brain, like some understanding of an NFL offense that's going to struggle right out the bat. You bring Mendoza and you basically competing for a first round pick again next year. I mean, for the first overall pick next year. Not saying that Mendoza can't do it. I'm just saying you want a different level of quarterback and play when you at the bottom of the barrel. That's like Tennessee automatically assuming that they was going to be better with Cam Ward. Nah, y'all right back in the same position y'all did. Y'all in because y'all didn't. Y'all chose to bring somebody in to lead the charge when they probably wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if you're a team like the Raiders, there's no wrong answer. Because I mean, yeah, like you said, you bring in Mendoza, you are kind of crippling his career from the start. If you bring in Willis, I mean, you're banking on upside, really, like what he's seen, but he can do even more than what you've seen. And I don't know that there's
Yeah.
really that much to grow from Mendoza, honestly. I feel like he's just the beneficiary of a bad quarterback class. And
Yeah.
it comes down to that, and number one pick, or spending 20, almost 30 mil, 3 years on, say, more Malik Willis and what he offers. I'd probably take Willis too. I wanted to make a case for Mendoza to say he's young and you can just play with all that rookie cat. I mean, he's on that rookie contract, 5 years and on. You can do whatever with the money. But like that's the situation they're already in. They already got a butt ton of money to spend. So it wouldn't really make a difference either way if they spent 20 mil on Malik Willis or 20 mil on Mendoza. They still got a lot more pieces to fill. So either way, it doesn't really matter who the starting quarterback is until you've got a line, receivers, a defensive line. Like there's so many other pieces that they need before they can even start worrying about the playoffs. And picking up Mendoza or even Willis is probably not the best solution. The best solution would be trying to get a veteran like they just did because
I would have stuck out with
they
Gino
take
again.
Mendoza and pick up a veteran.
Yeah.
Let Mendoza sit and let the veteran ride it out. Say like, I don't know, Flacco or somebody like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because here's my thing. It's like you have like I would wait till I honestly have everything. Like unless you're gonna be hyper, and I say hyper aggressive in free agency, I just ride out with what I got. You know, I'd say give me a Gardner Minshew, uh, like give me a Gardner Minshew, give me Justin Fields, just somebody that's gonna like hold the charge. Give me Jameis Winston. Like why the fuck not? Why is Jameis not on it? Like why not Jameis? Like, give me somebody that's gonna hold the charge. Give me Jacoby Brissett if he's not
Right,
starting over.
if you're the Raiders, do you want to go to the playoffs next year? No, no.
That's
You
what I'm
want
saying. So just give me somebody that can hold it.
Yeah. Don't worry about the quarterback next year. Maybe when we maybe hold off for you know who and pick up maybe what's that, Arvell Reese or Sonny
Yeah.
or any one of them potential superstars that are sitting there at the
Yeah,
top of the draft. Why don't you go for one of those and hope for the best with that player, get that player up to speed so he's ready next
yeah,
year. While you're still shitting the bed next season because it doesn't matter who the quarterback's going to be, you don't have enough. So
yeah,
you go and crap bed next season, you come out 4 wins, you're still in contention for a top spot, maybe even get the top spot. Why not go get Archie Manning? Yeah, Archie Manning. And there you go. Now you've got the quarterback. You potentially picked up a receiver, picked up a lineman. You've tried to fill some of those gaps in free agency with all that money you got to spend now.
yes,
And then go
yes.
get a quarterback
I'm
next
not
season.
like if you're gonna go after a quarterback, go go after somebody who don't matter, or
Yeah.
fucking rock out with Geno again for a year.
Gino ain't doing
Like
that. Gino gone. Gino ran as soon as he could.
fuck it,
Like they saw
just
Gino,
run the
they called him climbing out the balcony of the hotel on a damn. They called
shit.
it cheat. He was
Here,
trying to
you know what to
escape.
do. I got you. I got the perfect idea for you. I got a perfect idea for the Raiders. Run the Wildcat as your offense the whole year. Just give it
Ask
to Jenny.
Mitchie for MVP.
Like because if looking for a quarterback, if you're in the Raiders situation and you're looking for a quarterback in the draft, then you already fucking failed. You already put yourself
Huh?
as you can't win, and you're not gonna win when you don't have other weapons. Like you're not a good team right now. So
Right.
I'm not looking at a quarterback. I'm building everything around them. So I'm an attractive team for a quarterback to be.
Right.
I don't like you can build up a line. Like
Here's
like
my
shit.
thing, really. Like, when you got all that money to burn, it's not going to go well. Like you can't fill all the gaps like that. You're going to go out and spend that money, and a lot of those signings aren't going to benefit you in the next 2 years. They're going to be bad
Yeah.
pickups. That's why it doesn't bode well. I mean, they'd have to hit on so many signings in free agency, and that's just not
Mhm.
very common. Remember the dream team and all that shit? Like that's not necessarily a viable way to win. So it doesn't bode well for them. But I would say if I were them, I'd try to pick up another weapon. I would hold off on the quarterback for now. I would try to go get another weapon. So
Oh,
when the quarterback does show up on your doorstep, you have something for them to. You have something developed. You have a system in place. You have a culture in place. You're not just running the same old bullshit season after season. You're actually building to something. You can't just throw Mendoza in there after the disaster that was last season. I mean, they had Chip Kelly as their OC last season. That's not a good situation. That's not a good foundation that they have there. So they have to
mhm.
develop that before they bring in another damn quarterback to put him through all of that, ruin another career. That's just not viable. Build something before you go reaching for Mendoza because we all know that in another year, say even last year, he may not be the number one quarterback on the board. So let's not treat him like he's truly the number one pick. He's just the product of a bad draft or a mediocre
Yeah.
quarterback draft. As we all know, when it comes to the draft, quarterback, best quarterbacks are going at the top. They're not making it out of the top
Yeah.
15. So he wouldn't. There's who's to say that Mendoza would have if it was last year.
Yeah.
That's just my point. Don't go reaching on this guy ruining his career when he probably needs a little bit of seasoning. Or maybe if he's just a
Don't go
finished
chasing
product now,
waterfalls.
then he's probably not going to be top 10. So, and
Right.
that's what you're wanting out of your number one pick is somebody who's going to be around top 5 to 10 at their position necessarily. You're wanting a top player at number one, somebody dependable, somebody consistent, somebody you can actually win a Super Bowl with potentially. If you, I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know too many who are like, yeah, he can win you a Super Bowl. That's one thing I haven't been hearing about this Mendoza guy. He just came from a championship, but we all know that was the system, that was the coach, that was the coacher, which the Raiders don't have any of that. And for that
Yeah.
reason, it would be a bad idea to pick up Mendoza. Go fill some other gaps. Maybe go build that line. Build the trenches. Because the most important thing outside of the quarterback is having strong trenches. Build a culture. Find a damn quarter. Kubiak. I mean, they got Kubiak, but let him develop his shit. Let that shit.
Yeah,
Let that foundation settle before you go bringing in another quarterback. I know dude's going to want his quarterback. Every offensive coach wants their damn quarterback, but he can wait a year. He can
he
wait a
can
year.
wait a year.
He can wait a year. Archie Manning's coming. Wait for him. Go do something else with that pick. Trade down. Get more players. Build a foundation. What'd you
All
think?
right, I agree.
Hmm.
I'm not too all in on the Arch Manning though. Not a fan.
No, I mean Archie Manning. Any point is, there's going to be a better
I get
quarterback.
what you're saying.
There's
Yeah,
going to be a better option next season.
because I don't know. Was Lava Lava coming out this year?
I don't know what.
Mr. Lava Lava,
I
the dude, the dude.
don't know what that is.
What was the guy? He went from Tennessee to UCLA, or was it the other way around? The one who dad blew
I
him out.
am Aliava. Nico, I am
Yeah,
Aliava.
yeah,
I don't
Lava
know
Lava.
that shit.
I wasn't sure if he was coming out or not. No,
You want him on your team?
no, I don't. It's just,
Priorities.
but wait, hold on.
You need
I want
another.
him on my team. My team, not that team. That team, not this team. This team. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Not this team. I don't want him on this team. I want him on this team right here.
What team?
Not the Philadelphia. Not the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want him on the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, the arena team. I'll take Lava Lava.
Oh, you really want that ego?
Listen, you can have all the ego you want on arena football
Yeah,
until
you could do
somebody hits you
worse.
in the mouth.
You could definitely do worse. As long
Because
as you
once
can
you
throw
fall
a
to
deep,
my team, just know you fell.
as long as you can throw a deep ball.
You fell to my team, then you fell.
Yeah,
Hey, listen. Everybody can throw a deep ball in arena football.
yeah. Out of the road. Is it what? 70 yards? Shit.
Yeah. It's shit.
Mm.
If you get stopped at the line in arena football, you trash. All right.
A running
Let's
back will
move
take
on to your
10
next would you
seconds.
rather.
Huh?
Let's move on to your next would you rather.
Would you
W.
rather Jelix Hunt? He's the first timer on this list, I think. Or Nolan Smith.
Mm, Nolan Smith. But honestly, I have to choose one of them.
That's the point of the drill, yeah.
Fuck, because I would rather neither one of them.
Yeah, that's kind of point. I mean, you
If
have
I
to
have
pick.
to rely on either one of these guys, I'm in a bad spot. Not taking away from any of their development and who they've become over the year. Um, if I'm relying on these guys, I'm looking for their replacement.
Yeah. I mean, Nolan Smith because he's just not necessarily available a lot. Hunt's another one that's just seems to be just another rotational pass rusher. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah. See, my issue with Nolan Smith is his health. Like, if because I can't like his sample size is just way too small,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like Jalix Hunt have saw some success, but the issue is he a product of working with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter? Like, is he just because like that's what I'm saying? Like, Is he getting Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis better looks because he's the threat? Or is he getting better looks because Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are the threat? And teams are
Well,
like,
it's
I'd rather
similar
double
to
these guys.
scenario. And he's more a product of, I want to say Clint Hurt, probably.
Yeah. So I don't like either one of those guys. Nolan Smith. I don't know. I don't know about Nolan Smith because first off, when Nolan Smith was brought in, he wasn't a pass rusher. He wasn't an edge rusher. He was a linebacker. He was a true linebacker. They had him playing middle linebacker. He couldn't figure it out. They didn't figure him out till like last year or like halfway through the end of the year. They didn't figure out that he was going to be a true edge rusher, which is fine. You're figuring it out, but that's not really something because his sample size is just way too small.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at it. He's an undersized pass rusher, which everybody's an undersized pass rusher nowadays. But um, I'm a I like my edge rushers in the 250 category because
Okay. What's
soon
he
offensive linemen are. He's 238.
Mm,
Like I like my edge rushers a little bit on the Husky side because O linemen are not small.
right.
And if you can't get off the if that speed that little speed thing you do don't get on that little speed thing you do doesn't work, then you're kind of screwed. And that's something I was always taught. Like if you're blitzing or you're rushing a passer and that old lineman get a hold of you, then nothing you're gonna do is gonna work. Because I remember, was it Channing Crowder? Not Channing Crowder. It was a linebacker. He said that he played against Jonathan Ogden,
Mm,
and Jonathan Ogden said to him mid play, "The weight room is essential. You can't be small because these offensive linemen. Once they like their speed shit don't matter if that lineman get a hold of you.
Jonathan Ogden
You
was
can
big,
be
but he could move.
yeah. Like so once they get a hand hold on you, mm,
You remember them Gepco commercials?
I
You
do,
gotta have Gepco commercials where he was dancing with the cheerleaders and whatnot.
I do. I hate the fact that I do because
Oh,
that's we telling our age right there.
yeah. Penny
I'm
insurance
just trying to make sure there's nothing else in here that's telling my age.
accident
It's
tickets
not on
and
the screen.
wherever you are. If you
I
got
mean,
problems,
Boulevard tells us age.
go. If you're tired of walking, go Gepco. Go Gepco. Anyway, yeah. No, I was looking at Spot Track and it said that Nolan Smith's worth about 14 million per year. Man, as an edge rusher, that's peanuts. But
Mm.
is he though?
No, he's
Isn't that
not
why
worth
I'm
it.
banking on potential signings? Like you're hoping more there than he's shown.
Just hoping that he can not get hurt
Yeah,
mid-season.
yeah. I mean, which is possible, but it's also possible that he probably can't. Maybe he can't. Maybe it's just a matter of him physically growing into his body that, and later on he does become a healthier player. But or maybe this is just who he is, and you can't count on him for 17 games. Either way, it says 14 mil. You giving up 14 mil?
No,
3 years, 42, 45, somewhere along there.
no,
Mm.
no. I'm getting letting him fucking walk. Listen, I'm one of those people that I'll let you walk. If you're gonna cost too much, I'm gonna let you walk. You gotta be that motherfucker for me to just sign you. For me to resign you,
Mm.
you gotta be that motherfucker. Like I can't. Like you gotta be irreplaceable, like Beyonce say. Because I'm gonna let you. I'm not. I'm not doing it.
Mm.
Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, like we said, irreplaceable. You can't go out and find their replacement in free agency. You can't. Just like AJ Brown, you can't go out and find their replacement in free agency. You can't. Not possible. You're not going to do that. So,
Right.
like,
I mean, so not currently. I mean, the best pass rusher per se out there in the market, edge rusher is Hendrickson right now,
mm-hmm.
and That would to me that would be just a net negative simply because of age and price that it was
Yeah.
price that it cost.
Overpriced and old.
Hmm.
And I'm not doing that. I'm not. See me. Like Boulevard knows that once if somebody gets to a certain age, I'm already like once you close to my age, I'm already ready to cut the cord.
And I said, if you're my age, you should have been retired 5 years ago. Oh, you should have been 7 years ago. Oh, you should have been retired 10 years ago. Get your money and get out. If you play long enough to be my age, then you got CTE already. Hate to tell you.
Once you, I think once you get to that point in your career where your joints start hurting when it rain, you
Mm.
gotta go.
Yeah, my knee hurt right now. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah,
My
it's
knee
raining
hurt.
somewhere.
Mm.
It's definitely raining somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm. All right. The Kobe Dean is they're relying on him to test the market. They told him to come back to Philly if the market isn't feeling him. And it's like, damn. So they're just gonna let him go see what his value is, go get humbled out there, or somebody's just gonna throw big money at him. This one,
so
you know, yeah. Go ahead.
now I'm okay with letting Nakobe Dean walk, but this sounds awfully familiar, and it
Hmm.
pisses me off because Joe Sheen said something similar to Saquon. Now, Nakobe's no Saquon, so it could be possible that nobody's going to offer him anything. But there's a chance that somebody's going to offer him somebody. I know a team that if they had the cap space, they might do it. I also know another team whose head coach is familiar with him, maybe looking for a linebacker, Kellen Moore.
Mm.
Kellen Moore might look for him. I don't know what this New Orleans Saints salary cap looks like. Not sure if they can even afford it, but there are teams that would definitely be like, "Oh, give me Nakobe." Shit, fucking Johnny Gannon just joined somebody's staff.
Hmm.
Uh, he might go there. I mean, I don't remember where Johnny Gannon just went.
No, that was Brian Johnson to the Rams. I don't remember.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
don't matter.
'cause you kind of have a fuck
My
show
point
in the
is,
show.
my
Go ahead.
point is to tell somebody go see what they can get, then come back. That's like telling your girlfriend, "Oh, go see if somebody else is going to ask you for your number." Somebody's going to ask. It's going to happen. Like somebody's going to ask. Like you don't tell somebody to go test the market because I just like you tell me to go test the market. I'm gonna test the market and I'm gonna take the first offer I get just to
Yeah,
spite you.
just smart. Yeah, he's like near, 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 near.
Right? Like I'm sorry, I'm an Eagles fan, but that's the dumb shit. That's some dumb shit to say to somebody. Go see what you gonna get.
It
If you
takes
don't
us
get nothing,
one
come.
team, one team.
Yeah, one.
It's like,
And they
hey,
can
we want
lowball the fuck out you.
you want 3 years, 40 million? Sure. Knowing damn well his market's about what is it? Let me go back and look because I just looked at it. His
Three
market
for
would
20.
be 4 years, 31. Let's say somebody offer him four
Shit, I
years,
would
38. Think he's not saying no to that? Is Philly matching that? No, probably not.
no.
So as long as it's one team, and it don't even take 38 mil, it might take 35.
You
But
might sign somebody
take
for
the money.
20.
The question is, why wouldn't somebody feel him? Giggity.
If now now to play devil's advocate,
Okay.
if somebody doesn't take him, it's probably because he hasn't played a full season. I don't think he's played a full season his entire career. So that could be the only one of the only things that people may look at. Also, the whole
Rookie
5'11
year.
thing.
Rookie year.
Rookie year?
Started none, played 17. That's what Spot Track says anyway.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't played a full year as a starter. Ew. And back then that was when they were when he was a rookie, they were running the 4-3 defense as opposed to Vic Fangio's 5-3-4, which won't matter. I mean, he's a Mike, so
Yeah.
it won't really matter.
I'm sorry, Joe. Campbell's tape is playing in the background. I'm just smitten.
Uh,
Yeah.
but Dean, the my thing with Nakobe Dean is it could be his lack of longevity on the field because of his health. It could
Mm-hmm.
also be some teams and sometimes I think to myself like maybe the 5'11" thing doesn't matter. 5'10", 5'11" may not matter. The undersized may not matter, but it kind
So
of does
there's a
sometimes.
limit. There's a limit. But yeah, at a certain point, we're like, yeah, we're a little short for it. But no, when you're like Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, you, mm, wait, who is the guy? Diego Pavia. Yeah, he's too small, and he's not very good. So
Like
you have to actually be
and
good at that height.
yeah,
Be good. And
and the Kobe Dean at a middle linebacker. I know some linebackers have succeeded at the 5'11", but is the Kobe Dean that guy? Does he do enough for you to ignore his undersized, them being undersized? Is he do enough for you personally to say,
if he
uh,
stayed healthy, I could say yes. But the fact that he's undersized and he doesn't stay, he's not consistently on the field. That's a problem. To me, that hurts his value,
and
which
that has always been a thing like that.
wasn't especially any much. Or was it 7.9 a season? 7.89 a season. So 7.9, according to Spot Track. That's not that
That
much.
has always been my knock on the Kobe Dean his entire career.
Yeah.
That has always been my knock on the Kobe Dean.
So, feasibly, we could get Nakobe Dean back. Feasibly, we could find a way to get Reed Blankenship back, unless somebody throws big money there. Oh wait, yeah, because all of these players that are hitting the market, they have these. They're not sure things.
Yeah,
They're all flawed in ways that hurt their value. So there is a world where the market isn't as hyped for them as maybe as Eagles fan we would expect it to be because we're biased towards what they can do. But the market just don't see it the same way. The league doesn't see it the same way. And we can bring some of them back. Like that's best case scenario.
yeah,
Because we can't go out and buy players to compete this year. We have to get these players back or find ways to replace them on the dollar or in the draft,
yeah.
which that's not a short thing.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
Hmm. Um, I'm
All right.
choosing to see those. But yeah, speaking of out of price range, Reed Blankenship. All right, here's the deal. Cameron Curl just got a 3-year deal, 36 million, maximum of 39 million. Like, do you think Reed Blank does that impact the value of Reed's contract?
It does, but it because yes, Reed Blankenship is good in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. I don't think Reed Blankenship is Cameron Curl good. That's that like Reed
I'm putting
Blankenship
that
is
quote
not Cam Curl.
aside.
Reed Blankenship is not Cam Curl. So
All
that's
right,
basically what I'm saying.
Reed Blankenship. Not that I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not denying it. It's just is Cameron Curl.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Cameron Curl is great. I'm just saying Reed Blankenship might be that guy that you sign, you give big money to. He goes somewhere, gets big money, and immediately looks like he's exposed.
Mm,
And he ends up back in Philadelphia. I'm gonna tell you who's a guy who did that. He's back in Philadelphia. Marcus Epps
Hmm.
thought he was going to go to the Raiders, fucking be the starter in the Raiders. Looked horrible. Looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Now he came back to Philadelphia. Why? Why did that happen? Because
It sucks.
you
It's,
thought you was better than like you thought you was going to go out there and get money. And by all means, Reed Blankenship, go and get your money. If somebody going to overpay you, you know how good you are. You know that you can't really do it without Coop and Quenya because we know Reed can't cover to save his fucking life.
mm,
You can tackle, you can move up and make a tackle, but you can't cover to save a life. So you better just hope that wherever you go has a solid cornerback group because you're going to get exposed once they get past that level. So hey, we'll see. I'm not making it. I'm not giving it to him. He's not.
I'm looking
Kevin
at
Curl was a fucking overpay.
Curl and Reed Blankenship's PFFs, and yeah, it's not really much of a comparison. Yeah, you're right. It just sounded funny, like Cameron Curl good, as if he's the benchmark. He's the man does the line. But that's all right. That's a fair point.
It's just like Cam Curl.
Hmm.
Like he is he's better. I think Cam Curl is better than Reed Blankenship.
Well, yeah, yeah,
I feel like
that's
yeah,
not a doubt. That
yeah.
wasn't my issue or my humor with it. It was
Oh
just
no, I get that. I'm just
Cameron
saying,
Curl
like for the
good.
people that yeah, I feel like the people that because there are going to be people that watch this and going to think, oh, that guy is crazy. No, Reed Blankenship, he's okay.
He's
He's
okay.
probably
Yeah,
he's a C. I
he's
give him a
replaceable.
C.
He's replaceable.
He's he's replaceable. If we had money, I would be like, okay, go get. I want him back because it's familiarity and
Hmm.
continuity with the defense. I bring him back for that, but I'm not paying him crazy money. I'm like what they said to Nakobe Dean. I wouldn't say that to I wouldn't have said that to Nakobe Dean. I would have said that to Reed Blankenship
Hmm.
because you'll be back. You'll be back. Like we'll see
Uh,
you in a year or two.
somebody will buy the hype. I mean,
Somebody gonna buy the hype, and they gonna be like, "What the fuck? You just made us split the amazing whites or whatever they call it." Like
hmm
Cooper DeJean better get on the phone with his boy and be like, "Listen, bro, the podcast gonna be over if you don't come back, unless his ass go to Pittsburgh or the Jets."
it's with technology now. You can do that shit from anywhere. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We gotta get you some Patriots gear. It's like, no, stop. I'm just joking.
fuck no, that's not me. Yeah, it don't matter how long I'm here. That's not a thing. That's not a thing that's going to touch my palms, my untrimmed chest. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Mm. Uh, speaking of untrimmed chest, probably because he can't grow facial hair yet. High school sophomore Dylan Mitchell from some high school in Texas ran a remarkable wind-aided 9.88-second 100-meter at the March 2026 Blue Bonnet Invitational. I just copy-pasted it. The performance established a new all-condition sophomore class record and ranks as the third fastest time in U.S. high school history under any wind condition. My question for you: with the NFL 40-yard dash combine record, yada yada, being at a 4.21, how long before somebody hits 4.2 flat?
They give it like 5 years. Within the next 5 years.
Do you think that kid is in
But
college right now?
no, I don't think it's him.
Hmm.
Um, but I will say this: I'd give it about 4 or 5 years till the 40-yard dash is obsolete.
3-yard dash
Till
is
they get rid of it altogether.
it's obsolete now.
Yeah, till they take it, till they remove it. I think give it 4 or 5 years. The 40-yard dash won't be looked at. I think the 100-yard sprint, not the 100-yard sprint. I'm sorry, the fucking thing he just did. The guy just did.
100 meter, 100
What was
meter,
it that he just?
100-meter dash.
Yeah, Yeah, like I feel like something not 40 yards. I feel like you look at 20 yards maybe because nobody's fucking running 40 yards. You not can't evaluate someone on 40 yards. Let me see what like I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to evaluate somebody how fast you can run from 0 to 40 yards. It just doesn't make sense because nobody's running 0 to 40 yards. It just doesn't translate to football. Like football
No,
speed, it
there's
doesn't matter.
one
Get
position
rid
that
of it.
runs
You
that,
don't need.
receivers. They're the only ones that would ever, and that's on a fly. That's it. Nobody else is running that. So, it, yeah, it is
It's
it's
a
an
glamour.
obsolete
It's a
thought.
glamour thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't feel like it'll
I
ever
don't.
leave because it's the most popular drill. It's the highlight of the thing. You got Rich Eisen been running for 20 damn years. It's the most important to the casual fan. It's the most important part. Anything else, they don't
Yeah.
really grasp it for the most part. What you're looking for.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what they're paying attention to. They're more into the numbers side of it than the technique and
Yeah.
footwork,
It's a glamour
hands,
thing.
all of that, all of that stuff. The physical side of it, they don't really understand that. Your average casual fan who's watching the combine, so all they get is the numbers. They get the higher, the better numbers means they're a better player, or we want to watch this guy more. So
Yeah.
it'll always be there for that reason. But realistically, there are quite a few other drills that are more relevant, and I feel like those should be highlighted more. But at the same time, the way to make the 40 a little more important is to do it off the actual position, the stance that you actually play. Like for linemen on both sides, receivers, because to get do it out of a track stance isn't realistic. Because you're never coming out of a track stance. You're never coming out of the blocks in an NFL game.
Agreed.
As far as putting your hand in the dirt,
It's
not if
not.
there were positions to put their hands in the dirt, but they're not going out full sprinting. And there
They're
are
not going
positions that
40
do
yards either.
take off running at a full gallop sometimes, because I'm not going to get into semantics of the position, but there are positions
Yeah.
that will
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
and use their speed, but they're not coming out of hand on the ground. They're not coming out of that. It would be more authentic and relative to what you're looking for if they were coming out of the correct positions, hand in the dirt, you know, what have you. You know what I mean? Like that would
Yeah.
make a big difference.
Agreed.
But for the average casual fan, they wouldn't understand it. But people who are looking at the players beyond the numbers would get more out of that. The scouts would get more out of that. I feel like everyone outside of your basic fan would get more out of that as far as the players. So
Agreed.
there are a lot of those shows with a little bit of seasoning would show you a little more. But yeah, whatever.
I say drop it down to 20.
Mm.
I say let's do a
Yeah.
20-yard dash, figure out how to evaluate that. Because 40-yard dash is like, for one, you wait until somebody gets to their top speed. I don't care about the top speed. Like now, if you want to evaluate speed, then do the get a miles per hour. I don't even about that. Speed
Get
don't
up to
fucking
full
matter.
speed
It's not
and
gonna
get a
matter
complete
because that's
stop.
not football speed.
Run to a full sprint and come to a stop.
But I want to see,
How fast can you do that?
yeah, I want to see like if you want to evaluate receivers, let's see how let's evaluate them running, boom, boom. Let's see your cuts. Like I want to see that. Put more in. What they need to do is put more on gauntlet drills um, for receivers. I want to see like the 40-yard dash is just that should be one of those drills that we just never see. That's why people are not running them. Like your stars are not running the 40.
And another way to make it more relatable, or at least more understandable and related to what you can actually do, how it relates to the field. The receiver drills. Let me take two quarterbacks out there and take two receivers out there and make them run some of the more modern route combinations to see how they can do that. Just because, again, it actually shows you what they can do. Because just going out there running your basic tree isn't going to do much because nobody runs that. It can get relatable to how it's going to actually connect to the field. Maybe I sound stupid. I don't know. Maybe like, yeah, you don't know that you're talking about that. Yeah, I don't know. These are just my opinions. You don't like it? Kiss my ass.
See, the only people that are going to say that are people who don't play the game, because
Mm-hmm.
people who've actually played the game understand what it's like, and like you got to train, and most people, something I learned in the military is like you train. You need to train the way you're going to act in the field. Like the 40-yard dash, you're not using it. Like,
Yeah.
why do you think the military and like why do you think the military was starting to phase out the freaking 2 mile run? Like you're evaluating how fast a soldier is going to run 2 miles. They started phasing it out because nobody's running 2 miles.
Right.
They started phasing 100-meter dashes or a 100-meter sprint because that's more realistic. You are going to charge into a battery. You're going to sprint in, but it's not going to like there. You gotta do it differently. Like set up some cones and let's see how fast a receiver can get through those cones or get through past certain obstacles. Let's see that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like let's see how like there was that science show that had the ball
Scorpion.
go through an area. I'm probably possibly it was old. It was older back when Tony Gonzalez was still playing, and basically what he was doing was trying to figure out if a receiver can react fast enough to catch a pass. Let's see that. If a
Mm-hmm.
player can react fast enough to catch a pass when there's obstacles in his face. That's what I want to see. I don't want to wait till the NFL to see the receiver that I just drafted. For example, Marvin Harrison didn't show up till like his second year. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, also
You can
Kyler
catch,
Murray was his quarterback. So.
you can catch in people, and you're surrounded by people. Show me that you can get the ball, that you can snatch it out of the air. Show me those things.
Yeah,
Those hands do.
I want you want to see a drill. I want to see. I want to see what happens when a ball is tipped in the air. I want to see what a receiver can do. Like, let's see the pass. You throw a pass, it gets tipped up. I want to see that. Let's see what a receiver can do if a receiver reacts fast enough to a tip ball. Can he react? I'm not looking to see if he can
Mm-hmm.
catch it, react. I want to see if he's going to react. Because quite often, I've seen receivers not come back to the ball when it's tipped. It'll get tipped up in the air and let it fall to the ground. They just walk past. They just watch it hit the ground. No, I want to see you move. But, but these
Right.
are drills that people don't care. I'm a coach. So this is what I want to see. You know, sorry, I was rambling, doing too much.
It's all good.
But seeing I just do feel like these sprint drills are obsolete and stupid. We're not. I don't want to see an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman running 40-yard sprints because they're not going to run 40-yard sprints. If your defensive tackle is running 40-yard sprints, you're done. You're doomed. You're screwed. And
Yeah, he's
that
really doing something wrong there.
like because I was watching the 40-yard dash when I was watching it at the combine. I'm sitting at Hibachi with my with the family, and I'm watching the defensive tackles run the 40, and I'm like, why are they running the 40? Like they're never gonna run 40 yards. If they're running 40 yards, then somebody fucked up.
Yeah, the offense. Because they're running that fumble back. That's the only reason they're running 40 damn yards, is they're running that fumble back.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like I don't care to see I don't care that my defensive tackle can run 40 yards
Right.
in under 5 seconds. I don't care.
Right.
I do not care. I want to care if he's strong enough. Like let me see your fucking bench press. That's what I care about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you push that big ass lineman out the way? Fuck out of here. Make him fuck a 220
Mm-hmm.
bench press 300 once. Let me see you bench press 300 once. That's what I want to see. This is not going to happen. I know. But that's what you got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 225 is reasonable.
The average person can't do 225 10 times.
I mean, I'm not doing 225 once.
Mm.
I'm not even making 225 budge. I can make the bar roll.
I
Not
said I was
touch the
happier to clear
225.
200 than I was 300. And I'm not sure I could clear 300, but once upon a time,
Right.
I was way
I'm still
heavier.
trying to figure out the Jalen Hurts. What the fuck?
Just everybody in the neighborhood was weak like that. So,
I remember in high school they were like, hey, insert name here. Do the bench press. And I was like, for what? I was like, this thing is twice my weight. I'm not bench pressing that. I didn't do the bench press till my senior year. And I was 145.
damn.
And I think I barely got it off the rack. I barely got it off. And I don't even think you can count that as a rep. Count what I got as a rep. Cause like and then they had to help me. I don't think that counts as a rep. They had to help it off my chest. I'm not afraid to admit I was small. I was tiny. I was tiny in high school. I didn't I didn't push 160 till I was in the military, and I didn't break 200 till COVID.
Well, good for COVID finally getting you over there because, damn, you was a small one. But,
Yeah,
I mean, small, quick, athletic. Yeah.
I had hands. I was loving catching it. I was not. My hands are small, so I don't know why I was catching one handed pass. I should never
You
been able
should
to
have
catch
put
a
you
one
in
handed
track.
pass.
That's where we went wrong. You should have been running. Your ass should have been running.
I should have been.
Uh,
I should have been.
uh,
I think if I would have put more emphasis on being a running back, I probably would have been in the league right now.
uh. If not for my knee. uh, oh, shit.
I mean that too. If I was, if I'll be honest with you, here's what this is what the problem was. I was stupid. If I wasn't the idiot, I'd be in the league right now. I was stupid. I would have did more. I was stupid.
Hmm. Yeah, we all got regrets. Any shit you can do about it.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's sticking around
Mm.
for the sad part of the show. We got anything else to
I
before we
don't.
got to send these folks home?
I
I
does.
don't either.
Let me check the internets.
The Twinternets.
No, doesn't look like much. Dak Prescott
All
and
right.
Sarah, wait, so Dak Prescott and Sarah Jane Ramos end engagement weeks before wedding. So he couldn't even get that ring.
Oh damn. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. No. No. We gonna end on that note, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody. Crazy.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out to check out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace, love, and go birds. All right.
That was a good that was great. That was good. Jesus.
Oh, I'm glad I looked at Twitter that moment.